Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes upon the greatest game in the history of ever. DX Ball 2 by Seamus McNally. I may be mispronouncing that. There's a lot of things that are to be said about DX Ball 2. But what you really need to know at the moment is that this game is what separates the boys from the men. In fact, it was Spartan tradition back in the days. Back in the olden days of Greece and Athens, and not least Sparta, last but not least. In those days, one would have to see if a baby was worthy of life, or it was worthy of the simple gift that has been given to us, which is known as life. We simply get away with so much these days. It's so easy for all of us now, but back in those days, it was more difficult than that. 'Cause then, you had to complete DX Ball 2 at the age of 0, and if you didn't, you'd be thrown off a cliff. Your history teacher never told you about this? It's because your history teachers never managed to clear DX Ball 2 himself. The shame is too great for him. Listen to this music. This music is truly what sets our souls ablaze. This music changed my life as a youngin' when I played this game. I was at my sister's house, and I simply did not expect the amazing fantasticness, the pure scale of what I was about to see, for it was DX Ball 2. Now you may wonder, Allstarknight, is this simply not Arkanoid? And I say no, it is not simply Arkanoid. Can your balls go this fast in Arkanoid? The answer is probably not. Do they have power-ups in Arkanoid? The answer is probably not. The answer, can they make your paddle feel bigger so your insecurities are not simply smothered by society anymore? The answer is probably not. Now you may wonder, Allstarknight, how can you control all this madness? And I'll have you know that I've been training for years in the Tibetan mountains to even be able to get at this level. Do you see that move I pulled just now? That move is what they call in the business. It is what they refer to as the Hateful Eight. And it is feared by pros of DX Ball all over the world. See that little block over there? That's right, you don't actually. Here's an effigy of Saint Nick himself. Now, fun fact about Mr. Well, first of all, we're tearing his face apart with our blue balls. I swear that has never happened before in my life, and also that didn't happen just now. In fact, you saw nothing, and I also saw nothing, which is what that is what was the matter. I once again I have made a fool of myself, but you know what? No more, for I shall turn the backgrounds off for the full focus. In fact, the only reason I have lost 2 lives thus far is to bring the suspense to an entirely new level, all for your viewing experience and pleasure. You know, this game has brought some great things from people. This game brings the best out in people. In fact, there once was this German lad, a German little man, if you will. He was sat there in a German village, knowing peace and tranquility, munching on some strudels, when all of a sudden he realized they had a PC with the video game DX Ball 2 upstairs, and you know what that little boy did? He went up and played it. And then, suddenly, out of that experience came a little something that you may know today as a theory of relativity. That's right, that little boy was Albert Einstein. Now, you may have seen what I did there by picking up the red upgrades, because you see, if there's anything we've learned from traffic, it is that once red appears, you are not supposed to go. But I being a pro player of DX Ball 2, even at my level, understand that you must pick up the red power-ups, or some of them at least. At least the red, the yellow arrow is is a traitor to the other red power-ups. In fact, usually you simply want to pick up blue power-ups, but that is not how you do DX Ball 2 in reality. It is currently 12:30 at nighttime on a Saturday, and here I am, a grown-ass 19-year-old boy, or man if you will. I could be out there, I could be out in the world, doing the drinks, having the sex, but you know what? No, because I chose not to, because I know what's more important. It's DX Ball 2. You saw that move? That's what the French call a double entendre. Yeah, that's right. You see this? Can your Arkanoids pick up balls and keep them there? I don't think so. Just like playing ping pong with a wall. This is like, oh, you saw that? I advanced the level. I advanced the level. I am at that level. I also made a monkey penis. I made a monkey penis out of this little effigy here, this little mosaic, if you will. Now I am in complete control of my life, and I chose on this day to stay inside of my house, in the warm comfort of my house, knowing no fear, knowing only tranquility, that I must play DX Ball 2. The world must know. Did you know that about 15 years ago, from this very day, or in fact 16 years ago, it was the autumn of 1999, and one of the biggest scares in humanity's history went down. It was also known, you may know it as Y2K. You thought Y2K was simply a scare? A fable? Of course you think so, because that's what they want you to think. Because in fact this game, this very game, DX Ball 2, is the one that prevented it all. I too was a naive child once, and I thought such things. You see that red skull there? Don't touch those. You will die, and if you die in DX Ball 2, you die in real life. Except for when you don't. The ways of the DX Ball 2 gods are mysterious and very erratic. Much like this game is, at the current pace it is going. You see, what the game is trying to do, it is trying to pull me into a false sense of security by making the ball go slower. But that's what they think, that's how they get you. That's how disease gets you. You just get a little. You just think you're at age 70 and you think all is fine and dandy. But then one day, there comes the heart attack. No one sees it coming. That's what they do. They lull you. They lull you into a false sense of security. You're never safe in DX Ball 2. It may look like I'm simply making this appear as a dance of roses. It is not. This game is anything but a dance of roses. Oh, watch out. You gotta watch out for those red skulls. In fact, before you even ask, the Marvel supervillain was the one that came. Oh, goodness gracious, we have a Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight rarely pays off very well in the end for all 8 balls, but some must be sacrificed. You know what they say? You know what they say to complete a game? You gotta break some balls. And that is what we are here to do today. Don't pick up the minus, and also don't pick up those skulls. They are treacherous, and they will get you. A few weeks ago I purchased myself something that you might refer to as a new PC. And you may think, what on earth would you need a new PC for? And there is only one answer to this question. You may think schoolwork, you may think video production, you may think even music production, even though I do not actually do such things. No. It's for DX Ball. My old PC could simply not handle the amazingness that is DX Ball. In fact, DX Ball is so amazing that my cat just walked into the room and is staring very begrudgingly at me, but she doesn't know. Do you want food, kitten? There's no food for you here. I'm doing more important things. You will feast once you are done. Do you also want to play, kitten? Do not play cat and mouse with my PC mouse, little cat. These are things that you simply do not know of, my friend. And you never will either. Fun fact that you may not know about this game is that the script for this game is what God gave to Moses on Mount Sinai. It was written on the back of the 10 Commandments. And on that back was the very script that this game was written on. Moses, being the magnificent game dev he was, managed to finish producing this game after a mere 40 days in the desert, and God was pleased. Together with Leonardo da Vinci, MacGyver, Smokey the Bear, Mother Teresa, the Cookie Monster, and Buddha, they founded Longbow Games, and their website still sells the game, and sells it well, to this very day. You think these snowmen represent something? Of course they do. This game is deeper than you can ever imagine. Have you noticed how these snowmen are made of rocks? Just like our souls are in this day and age? Exactly. Think those were simply regular gray blocks? No, they are stone blocks, because these game developers, Mother Teresa, Buddha, Leonardo da Vinci, the Cookie Monster, Smokey the Bear, and MacGyver, and God and Moses knew what they were doing. The website may seem ancient to you now, but keep in mind it is in fact over 2,000 years old. So beware. This game can still be purchased at Longbow Games to this very day. Well, I appear to have screwed the pooch, as they say. But such is life. Sometimes you're the pooch, and sometimes you're life. Sometimes you are the one who is screwed, and sometimes you are the one who is pooed. Pooed out of life. I have successfully beaten Nilbert Nullingsworth at DX Ball 2's table Journey to the Sun. My achievements and accomplishments in life thus far have all led up to this very moment, but wait, there is more. For you may have noticed there's actually 25 boards per level pack here. And though I did not complete Journey to the Sun, I got far, and I will get further. Don't you worry about it. There will be more.